We're going to start Randori. Randori means free practice. It's not a tournament, it's part of your training. Okay, bow to each other first, bow. Okay, get your grip. Get your grip, kumikata. Okay, ready? Hajime, go. Watch the next.
Every sport or activity has a scrimmage, and judo is no different. We call it randori or free practice, and that's exactly what it is. It's an opportunity for a judoka to have the freedom of action in applying their judo skills. Randori is training, it's not competition. Coaches should understand this and use randori as part of the total education of a judo student. This total education includes kata, or structured training, randori, free practice, mondo, discussion and lecture, and shiai, testing oneself in contest. Introduce randori so that it enhances the overall training with long-term positive effect for beginners.
On each other. Okay, hands up. Hajime.
Starting beginners too soon in randori inhibits their skill development. Before starting them in randori, teach beginners sound basic skills, especially in how to move about the mat using efficient footwork. Beginners are almost always heavy-footed and have to learn how to slide across the mat using the suriashi or sliding footwork movement pattern to be lighter on their feet and efficient in their movement. Use randori-type games and drills as a lead-up to starting beginners in randori, both in standing and in ground fighting. Actually start beginners in newaza randori before standing randori to develop a willingness to engage with a partner. Never throw beginners in with experienced students to be training fodder. Experienced students must always work with beginners, not beat them up.
We're going to start Randori. Randori means free practice. It's not a tournament, it's part of your training. The idea is, we start standing up. The idea is I'm going to try to throw my partner, and if I do throw him, then I want to continue on the ground and maybe pin him and try to choke or an arm lock, work on the ground as well. Okay, we're going to do starting Randori 2 levels. This is the first time you're going to be actually doing Randori. So I want to start you out kind of right, okay? Remember some things when you do Randori. So Jake and I started. We'll always bow to each other. Okay, now normally we'd be working and fighting for a grip, to get the better grip on each other, to get the edge on. But to start out, I want to start you where we just go ahead and both take a kumikata, lapel and sleeve grip. Remember when you grip? Between the elbow and the shoulder, up here, on the lapel, okay? And I'll say hajime, which means start. So it'll look like this. Okay, we bow each other, okay, go ahead and grip up, okay, and the coach will say hajime, it means to start.
Start beginners in randori with them holding on to each other with kumikata. Do this for 2 primary reasons. Number 1, by holding on to each other, they have to engage with each other and are far less likely to use their hands to bat away at each other to avoid contact. Number 2, starting by gripping each other with kumikata is a not so subtle way for beginners to realize that by holding on to each other, they can attack and defend more freely and effectively. They begin to understand from their very first experience in randori that an effective grip leads to effective movement, and this leads to effective judo.
And then I'll try to throw him, he'll try to throw me. What you don't want to do in randori is back away trying to avoid being thrown. You want to engage. You want to lead with your hips, and when you lead with your hips, it means your foot's right under it, so you're in a position you can try to throw him. Do it like sotogari or soinagi, and he's going to try to stop you. He'll try to stop you. But it's competitive to a degree. It's kind of training for competitive style judo, but it's good practice. It's free practice. We've been doing a lot of things in drilling so far, but now we're going to open it up a little bit and do this randori. It's free practice. And some of you have like I like doing ogoshi, or I like doing soinagi, or I like doing osotogari. Now's the time you can really try to work those throws in that you like to do best. Try them on your opponent who is resisting, and we'll try to do a throw on you. And again, when you go to the ground, follow through, try to pin them, okay? All right, so we'll start with this randori, and then when we're done, we say, I'll say bate, means to break or to stop action, and okay, we'll bow and we'll shake hands, okay? So we'll start like this, we'll bow to each other, okay, we'll go ahead and grip, and I'll say hajime, we'll start that way. We'll start that first. Then later, we would do bow and hajime. We start from here. We don't necessarily wait to grip each other. Okay, but to start, I want you to get to start. And remember, don't bend over, lead with your hips, and be very, very aggressive. Try to throw them. Okay? All right, so get your partner, and we're going to line up. How we'll start, we'll start the same direction. Jake will be here, I'll be here facing the window, and we'll be ready to start like this. So everybody line up along here, kind of like we are. Facing each other. Okay, bow to each other. Okay, get your grip. Kumikata. Get your grip. Okay. Hajime, go. Okay, good.
Nice hold down.
Now this round, we just did where we started Randori, where we bowed and we got a grip to start. We started that, okay, this introductory. Now normally, from here on out, you're going to, as soon as you bow, step forward, hands up, and your hands are up like you're looking through a screen. You know, that's the hands up. Now, what you don't want to do is start reaching for him like this, because do this, he just turned around and he'll body slam me. Oh my gosh. So, we got here, bow, hands up, and start. And now we can start working for a better grip. I'm trying to get a better grip, and you want to manipulate him, you know, with his jacket as best you can, okay? If you get the kind of grip you like, for like, you know, I like serenagi, so we're fighting. I'm going to try to get my grip so I can get my serenagi, so I can come in and hit with my serenagi, you know. And he might have another grip he likes to try something different. So it's part of the randori we do for the grip, okay? All right, let's go about a minute or so. So it'll look like this. We'll start, okay? And we start working. And he may try to grab, I'll try to push him away and get a better grip. And he'll try to get a better grip on me, and we'll try to keep working, okay? And when we're done, so let's roll. We'll do about a minute or so. We're done. Fix our knees, right? Bow, and we shake hands, and we're done, okay? All right, so let's, I'm going to pick some people.
After just a few rounds of starting Randori with a kumikata grip, the beginners will feel comfortable gripping the judo gi and using it to manipulate and control their partners. Now is the time to progress to the next level and start Randori, where they must fight for the dominant grip. From this point on, the coach should teach the different grip fighting skills, showing how the grip controls movement and is used as part of the throwing technique. Now that the beginners have started Randori, they've progressed to a new level and are on their way to learning more about judo.
Each other. Okay, hands up. Hajime.
Stay with the next one.
Get this.
Let's go.
Good grip. Come on, don't let it go.
Engage to his back. Don't let him run away with it.
It's new. You see this in the Olympics